last year. All right, stem and leaf plots. The stem is going to be over here on the left under stem, and the leaf is what you see over here on the right. And the key helps you to read it. So you always have to make sure you include a key, and you will be creating these yourself, okay? So this data is actually listed beneath our stem and leaf plot, so you can see how it's being graphed. So that the numbers there are 22, 26, 27, 31, 33, 35, etc. And then the key, you can pick any number that's on your stem and leaf plot, and then the key shows how to read it. So the 2/2 is showing us that the 2 is the stem and the other 2 is the leaf, and that's to be read as 22. If this were, let's say, decimals, we would have a key that looked like this, 2-2 equals 2.2. And that's how you work with decimals. So let's look at some examples. And over here I have some notes on the side. So you find the mean by adding all the data and dividing by 17, since there are 17 numbers. And you should be able to look at the stem and leaf plot and come up with the numbers that are in the stem and leaf plot in order to find your mean. Then you're going to find the mode by looking for a number that repeats. In this case, there are no modes. And you can have more than one mode. Keep that in mind. Find the median by finding the middle number. And this is where you can cross the numbers out until you get to the middle number. And the main thing is make sure you cross out the biggest number here first and the smallest number there first. And then the next biggest and the next smallest, and the next biggest and the next smallest, next biggest, next smallest, etc. It's easy to start going in the wrong order, and that will mess up your finding of the median. So 44 is our median here. I did 2 of the largest in a row. Yeah, I told you it was easy. So 46 is going to be your median. An outlier will be by itself on a stem several away from the stems that have leaves, and there's no outliers in this example. So let's look at some other examples. Oh, look, there's the median, 46. Indeed. So here's an example where the mode is 48. You can see where the 8 repeats, and it's the only leaf that repeats. And the 42 and 43 are the 2 middle numbers. So when you find the median, you get 42.5. The range is 62 minus 19, which gives you 43. And notice the key. You always want to have a key. So on the last page, we're going to create a stem and leaf plot from the following data and find the mean, median, mode, and range. So let's go ahead and do that. So here's the answer. First of all, you want to put all the numbers in order from smallest to greatest. So make sure you do that, smallest to greatest. Then be very careful and make sure that you include all the numbers. And there's a couple things I want you to notice here. First of all, notice there was nothing in the 60s, but you have to include a 6 here, even though there's nothing in the 60s. You can start your stem wherever you want. So here we started it in the 30s. You don't have to start it at 0. You can start it wherever you want. But then when you're going from the 30s to the 120s here, you can't skip any of the stems. You can't skip any stems. So we have to include the 6 for the 60s, even though there's no numbers in the 60s. And we have to include the 11 for 110s, even though there's no 110s up here, because our data goes from 36 to 120.